them Cowboys!
Sure does feel good, doesn't it?
It does, man. It feels so good, man. It was a great win, 54-19.
A 50,
Uh
50 burger, man.
yeah, man. I think it was 33 points in the fourth quarter. If you look at all the stats, man, when it comes to the Cowboys, man, they just I mean, in reality, if you think about it, as far as the turnovers, it just killed the Colts in the fourth quarter, man. I think I saw a picture of I think it was like 20 to 19 or something at some point. And then they just went on a tear, man. But 33 points is a lot. That's a lot of points in the fourth quarter.
Hey,
You
man,
know,
but
they made it.
I'll tell you this. We had the debate right when we went live. Somebody asked us whose defense is better, the 49ers or the Cowboys. What did I say? The Cowboys. Man. You told me the 49ers were better. I told you the Cowboys are better. And did the Cowboys defense answer today that question? Yes or no? Right? I mean, just let's get it out of the way.
They did, man. They did. They answered the bell. They answered the bell, Jerry. Today they did.
Hey, man, and hats off to Will McClay, Jerry Jones, Will McClay, Stephen Jones for like building this team up, man. I'll tell you this Dallas Cowboys team is scary, man. I mean, you gotta give the credit where credit is due. I mean, from Jake Ferguson to Deron Bland. I mean, you're talking about people that are currently playing for the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, sir. 50 piece. Yes, sir. We're TikTok live right now, so we're getting some notifications. 50 burger, right? Which
That's it, baby.
man, it's been a while since we've experienced this 50 burger, right? But anyways, getting back on subject, man. I mean, look at this team that they've constructed, and this is on the day 3 of the draft. So when you have a team like the Rams that say "f them picks," and then you see, they burned their bridges to get their Super Bowl, and then look at them now; they're not even in contention. Then they can't even get inside the club, right? I mean, it's unfortunate, but it just shows you if you do take this approach, you can have longevity, and the window is wide open for you. Maybe this year we may not go to the Super Bowl, and that's possible. Anything is possible, right? We may go to the Super Bowl. Anything is possible at this point. But I mean, let's get right into it, man. I mean, from the get go, CD Lamb kind of set the tone right for the offense. I mean, heads up play by him. But what really stood out to you in this game?
Really, I think the biggest thing for me was the Colts. They actually stuck around for a while, longer than I thought they would. But give credit to them, man. They stuck it in. Unfortunately, you have to play 4 quarters in the NFL, and they didn't do that. In the fourth quarter, man, that defense just brought it. I think they were getting tired, Jerry. They're like, man, let's put this game away. These guys are sticking around too long, and they just brought it to them. But you could tell that Matt Ryan was throwing the ball a lot faster because Parsons. They're like, we're not letting this dude get a sack on us, and they were letting the ball up real early, real fast out of his hand. But that defense came through, man. And Deron Bland, what a player! Me and my brothers talked about him early on, and we thought he beat out Jordan Lewis and Brown in the camp. But we're not coaches. We're not there every day. But that just goes to show you, man. I'm telling you, this kid's special. So we'll see how he plays going forward, Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, I think me and you had talked about it, right? Because the Cowboys have such uh, a large what's the word? Their safety class. I mean, their safety group, right? It's pretty unique safety group, and one of them was Israel Makuma. He actually played corner at South Carolina. So
Yep.
we were talking about it because I believe right now the biggest concern right now is that they're fearing that Anthony Brown did suffer a severe ankle injury.
Yeah.
So you know, anytime you lose a starter like this, started slow, finish great. Yes, Bailey. Yes, we did. Let's go, Smiley. That's TikTok right there. But yeah, man. Getting back on that subject, you know, a lot of great things to look back. I can't wait to really dig in the actual tape and see what is gonna happen there, right? Because I mean, long term, I mean, can Deron Bland step up and be that corner that we need him to be at
There,
on
there,
the outside? Because he's been doing good in the slot.
that's not a question, Jerry. I'm telling you, man, this kid can play. I saw him in camp. I watched almost every camp practice. This guy was showing up everywhere. He was batting balls down, defending balls. He was intercepting people. I mean, this he's a real deal, man. I think it's one of those times like you know what I hated about the Jason Garrett era? It was his guys, my guys. We want the right type of guy. But there was players in that team that could start but because they favored other players, they played him. This is a guy right now. He got the opportunity, showed you what he can do, and he got what 2 picks. Come on, man! Like
Yes.
he needs to start.
So I just got breaking news: Anthony Brown ruptured Achilles tendon. Man, he's out. Yep.
Ooh,
We're gonna
that
need
is bad.
it is bad. We're gonna need Deron Bland to really step up, and then of course Kelvin Joseph he needs to get caught up. He was a high second round draft pick. So Deron Bland being a fifth round draft pick and a rookie doesn't look good for Kelvin Joseph when you have somebody surpassing you. So, but let's get right. Let's talk about the other thing. How about Tyler Smith, man? Jason Peters playing left tackle. Tyler Smith playing left guard. I
Hey,
mean,
that looked good, Jerry. I
hey,
mean, I'm
dude.
telling you, man. It both of them on that side. It looked like Dak had a little bit more time. No offense to Tyler Smith, but them together on that side, it looked like Dak had a little bit more time. So I don't know, man. They might have found something. We'll see.
Hey, so for those that are watching, make sure you share this, right? Share this with somebody. And if you go to you know, if obviously you can see right here, for those that I'm not gonna say the name, but obviously you can see right here. If you subscribe there, and you're and of course you're public, on okay, I'll say it. If you could go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, you will be a part of this cap giveaway. Not this one that I'm wearing, but the one right here. I'll show it to you in a bit, but make sure you guys go and subscribe. What did she say, Jacqueline? Dallas kicked some ass, right? Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what they did, man.
That's
The
exactly what
defense.
happened.
The defense specifically is the one that did it. But Tyler Smith, man, on that one run that Tony Pollard broke it, man, you saw Tyler Smith bullying people down. How fast? How was he able to get downfield so fast? You know what I mean? That's the crazy part, right? Is seeing him doing that. So he does look like a legitimate left guard, and I think that the Cowboys should be excited about the future with the line because they've been able to revamp the line of sorts. You know, and some people want to say, oh, they don't have the line of old, but hey, I think they were able to. I don't know, man. Terrence Steele, man, I love the way he blocks, and we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the Fergus shots tomorrow, right? Hey, they're the hot hand right now, but I'll tell you this: Hendershot looked great, man. When his blocking alone, the way he was able to seal it off. I mean, overall, it was a slow start, but I'll tell you this: the defense really came on at the very end. I'm very impressed with what they did. They really wanted this game, and you know what? We said we needed a statement game, and guess what? The Dallas Cowboys defense gave us a statement game. So be proud tomorrow. Make sure you are obnoxious to all the Cowboy haters. Hey, man. Hey, round of applause to the defense. Man, I love it, man. This is exactly what you need, right? You need to build that momentum each week, especially towards the end of the season. You start doing that, man. It just starts everything just starts lining up for you, and you get the perfect matchups. I mean, I'll tell you this: I'm starting to feel real good about these next two games. I'm not saying that because of anything. I'm just saying that more so because you can see the defense is starting to come alive. Malik Hooker had a great game. I mean, obviously the Colts drafted him and they gave up on him. The Cowboys picked him up, and he's having a resurrection of sorts. Yeah, we saw him have a couple lapses, but we couldn't be too harsh on him today, man. I mean, what did he have? Yeah, what he had an interception to the house, a fumble recovery, and I mean, how many picks was that? Somebody called that. Somebody called that during our
Yes,
live.
I think it was Noel called Noah Zuniga called 3 interceptions. So yeah, and I saw it. I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm effing pumped, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Defense stepped up. They did
yeah,
step up,
yeah.
man.
I love it,
They
man.
did stepped up, and they're gonna have to continue to do that. Until our offense continues to start getting better and better, man. But yeah, man, let's go, man. Let's
Hey,
go.
that was a good defense, man. That was a good defense that the offense played against. But I'll tell
Yeah,
you this, Tony Pollard, obviously, it only takes him a couple of chances. All you need is the carries, man. He'll get through. Zeke, obviously, Zeke is Zeke, and CD Lamb, like I said, he's starting to turn the page, man. He's starting to really turn that corner. I think that he's starting to become that player. And Michael Gallup, he balled out too. What did he have? He had 2 touchdowns himself.
yeah, he did, man. But I think everybody just kind of shared the load. There wasn't really anybody doing more than the other. Lamb started it off, and then everybody just kind of joined in, and it just couldn't. It was a freight train, man. They couldn't stop it. So we'll see, man. And this is what I was talking about, Jerry. Games like this, we have to win in this style.
Oh
We,
yeah.
we these next couple of games coming, this is the way we have to win if we want to be legitimate contenders in this playoff race when we go towards the end, man. But hey, hell of a game. Um, I'm happy, man. It's so relaxing, right? When you're watching a game and you put 50 up, man, you're like just chilling, having a good time, relaxing, drinking your drink, whatever you're drinking. Um,
How does your drink taste?
a
That's
whole lot better. A whole lot better. I'll tell you, like my dad would always say, right? What's the best drink in the world? I don't know. What is it? The free one. Well, what's the second best? Well, the one that's when the Cowboys are up 54-19. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And well, I was totally off, man. I thought it was gonna be a little bit closer to the game than this, but damn, I love it when the Cowboys are able to prove me wrong. And you know what? They prove me wrong. Shout out to LJ. Yeah, LJ Sports 17 backup. Let's go, baby. Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Let's go, man. This is what it's all about, right? So, for those that are on TikTok and this is kind of your first time seeing us talk to you on TikTok, hey, we're officially able to go live. I want to thank you all for those who helped us get here. But yeah, man, go back to that one video that we have that has a what is it, like 38,000 views. That video will show you Michael Irvin, Emmett Smith. That's exactly the time that me and Harvey were around when we got to see the Cowboys. That's why we love the Dallas Cowboys, because that's what we grew up into. And you know what? This team has a very strong reminiscence to those 90s team, man. For whatever reason, it just feels like that time, man. So, if you're pumped, man, I'll tell you this, you should be proud, man. And if you're a true Cowboy, DC for life, make sure you wear your colors tomorrow at work proudly, man. Walk in proudly tomorrow. And you know what? We'll keep the content coming. We'll keep it fresh. We'll keep it going. And if you join our YouTube, you'll be able to see this live. We'll try to keep on going live as much as possible on TikTok, but definitely if you come over, you'll be able to be a part of the actual the discourse that we have, man. I mean, the comment sections are lit. The topics that we talk about are the hottest topics. We point out facts, figures, stats, everything, and we compare it. And then, of course, we talk about all the great stuff. Ramiro, still slow start. Should have been 68-10. All right. I love that, man. You have a great point. It should have. I mean, did we
He
leave
is
points on the
right.
board on
We
offense?
did, man. We did. We did. And and I keep saying this, right? I always tell y'all I love Dak, but he had some very bad throws.
Yeah,
So is that
the
concerning? Is
most.
that something concerning going forward?
I think Chris Collins was even pointing out one where the one where it looked like an interception where they called the flag on CD Lamb. That was a cheap shot, Franklin.
Yep. So he kind of underthrew that one when he was coming across. I don't know why he could just throw it towards the sideline and make CD, make a catch, but we can't. When the playoffs come, these are those small, intricate things that we talk about. You can't make mistakes like that in the playoffs. So I think that's why some people are kind of hot and cold on Dak. You know what I mean? But hey, a win's a win, and he might have a defense that could save him going forward because this defense is. I'm telling you, man. I knew they were going to be good, but I didn't think they were going to be this good tonight, man. They
The
put on
cap
a show tonight.
Say it with me, Harvey. The Cowboys defense is way better than the San Francisco 49ers
The
defense.
Cowboys defense is way better than the 49ers.
There we go. There we go, man. I called that too right before the game too. I called it. You put me on the spot though.
I did. I did put you on the spot.
I was just trying to give the 49ers, I was trying to give them the credit, but I mean, you put me on the spot, and luckily the Cowboys defense made me look good on that
That's
one.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But no, yeah, yeah. Hey, time for Blunt to start, man. Yes, I think he has showed that he is ready. The stage is not too big for him. The star on his helmet is not too big for him. Hey, and what about that earlier about the helmet? You know what? Going forward, we should not be afraid that the Cowboys wear that helmet, man. We know we own that helmet, man, with the red strip. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. No red stripe. I will say that right now. Going forward, wear that helmet. We're loud. We're proud. The Cowboys defense got our back. So right now, man, I'll tell you this: season's starting to look real good, man. We got the Texans next. After that, we got the Jags, and then things get really nice, man. They get real nice, man. That steak dinner on Christmas Eve is gonna be a way better tasting one, man. That thing has been marinating for how long, man?
Wow, I guess. I
And
don't
that's
know
because
what.
when the Colts and the Eagles faced off, the Eagles won 17-16. Jeez, I wonder why.
Yeah, he just said that.
Yeah, we saw the breaking news. Yeah, it is a torn Achilles for Anthony Brown. So yeah, the round
Yeah,
one looks
but
like
you're right, Jerry. You're right, man. Them Eagles almost lost to the Colts.
they did.
They
17,
almost lost.
17-16 was the actual score. I'm just saying. I think that they're like you said, we of course we watched those games earlier, right? That's what happens when the Cowboys play prime time. But I'll tell you this, I mean, there's anything there that particular that really scares me about this Eagles team, man. I mean, yeah, they have a good defense. Yeah, their running game can get going, but I'll tell you this, shoot, they almost lost against Cooper Rush if Cooper Rush didn't throw those interceptions.
Hey,
Eagles,
listen.
look,
Yeah.
I'm effing pumped. Eagles are frauds, bro. I
Hey,
hey
hey,
when I told that to Walt, remember that I was on the East
yeah,
Coast. I was
yeah.
like, the Eagles are phonies, man. They're fake, and no, they're not. No, oh man, it got intense. He was adamant. I was adamant. I mean, it was fun though. I'm not gonna lie. That was
Hey,
fun.
I'm effing pumped. Yeah, you're right, man. They're frauds, and we're TMZ, bro. We're about to expose them. We're about to expose them.
Yeah. Like I told you, that steak's been marinating, and we've been waiting for this one for a while. So
Yeah.
when it's time to cook that steak, man, it's gonna feel so good, man. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you this, but the playoff picture looks kind of weird and unique, man. I
I
mean,
know.
th-
There's some teams that lost. I Seattle. You know what? I'm gonna go back to that what you talked about, Jerry. The Rams sold out, man. And what happens when you don't have young talent to replace the guys that you have or that you lose, right? This is what happens, man. I think
yep,
they've only won 3 games?
yes. I can actually double check that, but
Three
yes.
games. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, yeah, I know they had some players injured, but man, this is what we're talking about. You cannot, bet all your picks, your future picks, and then just win one Super Bowl. That's cool and everything, but how long is that gonna set you back? And now McVay is talking about leaving
Uh,
because he knows there's not a future.
the retirement. I heard it too. I mean, it's a very unique thing, right? Uh, it's a very unique thing. But I'll tell you this: the Eagles kind of give me that reminder of what the Rams did, right? Selling out just to get the Super Bowl. So, whatever it may be, what the Cowboys have going on right now, it's long term, and like I said, the window's open. That's why we are very proud of what the situation is going on with the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, we do, man. And I think I'm feeling more and more comfortable with what Stephen Jones and Will McClay have because it's really them. It's really them. Jerry Jones has the final say, but they're really the ones, with the salary cap and what players is good or what players are not. Um, but I think I'm feeling a little bit better, especially reading an article about the salary cap. It looks like the salary cap might jump to
Oh
220.
yes, you're right. 220 mil.
So and they're saying that's the low. That's the low end. So for me, man, I don't know. I'm feeling good about this team and hopefully keeping some key players in the future and then adding some more on the draft.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it with one more topic before we end the night. Right now, I know Odell Beckham Jr. is coming to town tomorrow, but is he leaving? We
I
don't. We
think
don't
that
need. We don't need him.
I think no, I don't think we do, especially with James Washington coming back. Because this is the thing. Do you get OBJ and risk losing Pollard?
I mean, why not?
Yeah, I don't want to lose Pollard. I'll be honest. I wouldn't lose Pollard. But this is the other thing.
Do you
Why
see?
isn't
Do you
why
see
isn't OBJ working out for teams?
it's a good question. I mean, that's definitely something
Is
that you
it
should
is
clear
it
up.
because if he works out, he might get hurt and he's risking that? Or nobody's gonna pay him if he's not gonna work out for them. That's just the way it goes. And I think they said I don't know where I saw it. It was either on the game or there. He said that Jerry Jones is gonna make him disappointed or give him some bad news.
Look,
I,
LJ Sports. We're unlucky. We're in the best division in the NFL. I kind of like this division, right?
yeah, you know what? He says that, and I get what he's getting at, right?
I get it too. I get it.
But you know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron, man.
It does.
It really does.
It gets you ready, especially for the back end of the season. I'll tell you
Exactly.
this:
So
the West, the NFC West, was the toughest division for a lot for what better half of the last 10 years
a long
almost.
time. Yeah.
And now look at them, a bunch of softies. Kyler Murray's trash. I'm just gonna put that out there. You know, doesn't know how to play quarterback, and I mean, good luck to him and his head coach. But if you look at the West, I mean, they look that those teams look like softies, man. I'm just saying it right now. They don't look like
Yeah.
a tough team. They don't scare me. They don't scare me. Not even the 49ers scare me, man. So
Because so I understand what what is it, LJ Sports? I understand what he's saying, but you also got to look at the late 80s and 90s.
he
Who
said,
was winning the
yes,
Super
but
Bowls?
no.
Who was winning the Super Bowls? It was the NFC East. They were dominating in the late 80s and early 90s
You're talking about
because they
Giants,
were
Philadelphia, and then of course the
the
Cowboys.
Redskins, the Giants, the Cowboys, like we're all, you know, like fighting each other and it was a bloodbath and we'd make it to the Super Bowl and win it. You know what I'm saying? So what if that's coming back?
I just saw
Not only that,
I saw a
huh?
notification right now that CeeDee Lamb was saying that Odell Beckham Jr. is coming to the Cowboys. I didn't get to read
Oh, stop.
it.
You said on Twitter?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter.
I think OBJ. I think you can't be mad. Like OBJ sees his team and he sees his defense. You're like, man, what am I doing? What am I doing right now? Like I need to come to this team now. I don't, regardless of what contract they give you. Like nobody's gonna pay you big money, man. You ain't getting 20 million a year. You ain't getting that. So why not?
For sure, man. No, I get you. I get you. Hey, but that's it for us today. Tune in tomorrow, 6:15 p.m. Central, 7:15 Eastern. Tune in. Of course, we'll go live on TikTok. We'll be live with you guys, and we'll see about. I saw that we got some requests to join us. So we'll see. Join us back tomorrow, and we'll do that when we have a little bit more time. It's a little bit late, for especially my comrade here in the East Coast. So definitely tune in tomorrow at that time. And we would love to chop it up with you, talking about Cowboys. Even if you're gonna troll, it's cool. We're in it for that, man. But thank y'all, TikTok, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey, we love you, man. Cowboys won. Enjoy the rest of your night. It feels good.
Hola, 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 hola. Hola, we them boys.
We love you, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And